Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode. Five days in a row. I've now made this a habit. I think I've done this, for over 30 days now? No, it's not that long. Actually, it's getting close to 30 days. 26 days maybe, but basically I've got this down to a habit of doing Monday to Friday videos. And so today, I want to actually not do a Q&A, but I want to do a story for you. Because right now, I was struggling a fair bit. Trying to get as shredded as I can for this photo shoot meant I had to put my body in a lot of fucking stress. And so I thought, you know what? I can do this. I'm a trainer. I can do whatever I want. And that's the first mistake that I made, like thinking that I'm above everyone else. And you've probably made this mistake too, where you think like people are like, oh, they've failed before or they haven't achieved it. And you're like, yeah, that's them. But for me, I can do it. And to be honest, you probably aren't better than most average people. That's just the truth. I mean, we are all, like, average person is us. If you look at me on Instagram, I don't look huge and jacked and muscly or anything like that. I look like a normal guy and I just take care of my health and fitness. And I haven't been kissed by the genetic pool, and probably neither have you. And this is probably why we actually resonate. Like, you and I, we aren't the prettiest people. We aren't the most fittest people. We're just like average people who want to get healthy and fit and who want to look good with their shirt off. And that's why I really like showing people and teaching people about health and fitness, because like, if I can do it, if I can do these things, look good with my shirt off, not look amazing, but just feel good with my shirt off, like, you want to be able to do the same thing as that. And so my journey of trying to lose all this weight really quickly for this photo shoot, do a water shredding cut. Basically it means that I had to drink 6 liters of water a day, and then the last 2 days I had to drink 10 fucking liters of water, and I felt so sick and I was so ready to give up, and I was like, this is fucked, I'm done, like I'm so done. Like, it was this mental weakness, and I ended up giving in. I ended up eating some food, like more calories than I was supposed to one night, and I just sat there and I'm like, this is fucked. And then I was thinking the whole time, like, this is honestly gone through my head, I'm like, you just fucking ruined everything. You have 2 days left for this photo shoot and you just fucking ruined it all, beating myself up. And I was like, man, like, I literally felt like the world was gonna end. I literally felt like, from my perspective, I'm like, man, I've just fucking ruined everything, right? And I was like, what am I gonna do? But you know what I did? I just got back up the next day and I got straight back into it. And I'm like, you know what? I still got 2 days. I can fix this. Didn't actually look as bad as I thought it would. And honestly, the photo shoot went off without a hit. I stuck to it. I got back on track for the last 2 days. Sure, I didn't look 100%, but I still looked good. But my problem was thinking that this would be easy. That this photo shoot, I'm like, nah, I'm a trainer. I can do this stuff. I can restrict my calories. Here's the fucking truth. It's gonna be hard. Your journey is gonna be hard. And like, you should never think, oh, a diet, I'm just gonna cut out some food, it's gonna be easy, because so many other things come into play. You've got to think about your environment. That's one big thing, especially at work, people offering you treats. You got to think about home, you got to think about how it's gonna affect your lifestyle. So many things come into play when you're trying to make this change. And you're like, oh, like we always think best case scenario. Oh, I'll go on this 12-week diet. It's gonna be easier than I thought. I'm just going to cut out these foods. I won't have any cravings. I'm going to lose some fat. I'm going to exercise every day. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And we had that optimistic view, but that optimistic view never comes out. Like, best case scenario? When does fucking best case scenario ever happen? Not much. And I made this mistake, and I was thinking best case scenario. I'll just water shred for a week. I'll eat less food. I'm not gonna have any cravings. I'll stay away from temptation. Didn't happen. And so I ended up fucking up. Now, it wasn't the worst thing because I still made a good effort. You can probably see my face is still pretty lean from it. Anyways, I just made those certain changes and I thought it was all going to be easy, but the truth is the journey's not going to be easy. And you've got to learn to embrace the hard. And so the mistake that I made that I don't want you to make when it comes to your fat loss journey is do a little bit of, you could be doing some research or just do a little bit of planning. Like think about, write down what do you think are the problems that are going to come up, you know? Is it going to be temptations from your spouse? Is it going to be temptations of work? Is it going to be going out for drinks with mates on the weekend? Like write down what you think is going to be your struggle. Then that way you can try and think of ways to overcome it. Because if you expect that, if you go into it expecting it's going to be hard, that's probably the best thing you can do. If you're like, you know what? This is actually going to be a tough journey. This isn't going to be a 30-day quick fix. This isn't going to be a 12-week like transformation. This is going to be for the rest of my life. And I'm going to have to take effort. I'm going to have to meal prep. I'm going to have to say no to certain people about going out. I'm going to have to exercise when I don't feel like it. And when you start to have that talk with yourself, when you start to expect things are going to be hard, that's when you know you're going to be on the right track. Because when you start down that path and you already go down without the perfect, how do we say, like without the perfect expectation, without being optimistic and thinking that everything's going to be fucking roses and peaches and stuff like that, and you actually start to think about, oh, you know what? This is going to be tougher than I thought. I'm going to have to prepare for this. I'm going to have to do this. It makes your journey so much easier because you've prepared and you know what to expect. And when it comes up, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. This is going to come up. And this actually happened in my business. So with my online coaching, it started to pick up a lot. It started to get actually like a fair bit of people. I was like, yeah, but then I knew the roller coaster of business and it was going to drop. And I knew it was going to drop. And so I expected it, and then it did. But I saved up money. I cut back on my expenses. I knew this thing was going to come up, pardon me. And so like that was the thing where I'm like, oh, I expected this in that situation. And you've probably done those things in other areas of your life, but you probably haven't done it with your health and fitness. And that's what I really recommend you do. Take 15 minutes to think about, like, you know, if you're like, I'm going to diet for the next 12 weeks, okay, what's going to come up that's going to stop you? What are the things you're going to have to say no to? What are the things you're going to have to do on a weekly basis to achieve that? Like, what's going to be hard? Is getting out of bed in the morning going to be hard? Is going to exercise after work going to be hard? What are you going to do if you come home there's nothing cooked in the fridge? Like, making those thoughts, like taking those times to think in your head, to think about the things that are the struggles, the easiness, all that stuff is going to make you so much more successful in the long run when you prepare. Because I didn't make that preparation and I ended up fucking up. And you know, you're never going to water shred, like I said. Geez, my hair doesn't look the best. You're never going to water shred, but there are going to be things that you're going to do that are going to come up when it comes to normal dieting, that you've just got to get through that hardship. And when you think about it ahead of time and you say, you know what, I'm going to be honest with myself, this will be fucking tough. Guess what? When you do that, you're going to feel so much better that you actually prepared for that ahead of time and that you actually expected it to be tough. Because when you expect it to be tough and you put in that effort and you do that planning first, it just doesn't turn out as bad as you think it was going to turn out. And that's the best thing. So it's always better to prepare for the worst, because the worst doesn't always happen, but it's better to prepare for the worst than to prepare for the best case scenario all the time. Be like, yeah, it's gonna be easy, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then it never comes out that way. Because I know I've had that, you've probably had that before, and you don't want that happening again. Because it sucks, and it's humbling. When you learn, you learn. So learn from my mistakes that I made today, a couple of weeks ago when I did this photo shoot. And, well, actually, you guys are going to be listening to this later on, so it was a while ago when I did the photo shoot. You probably go on my Instagram to have a look at the photos and what they look like. I mean, I still came out pretty lean, and I was happy with how I looked. But honestly, I probably could have looked a little bit leaner, and all I had to do was do a little bit more preparation, think about what's going to come up, how those temptations are going to come up, and what I can do to get away from those temptations. But I didn't. I thought I was going to do the best case scenario, and I got humbled really quick. So I don't want you to get humbled. I want you to make the right decision. I want you to feel good, and I want you to achieve your fat loss goals. So that's my Friday ending. That's all the podcast done for the week. Coming back to you fresh on Monday with your Q&As. So any questions you have, comment down below. Speak to you next time. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got two different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're going to help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download your free guides, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.